What's cracking with you people? Anansi here and welcome back to Sudeki. In the last one, we pulled the plug on Kryn's systems. He's no longer going to make life better by killing all the organics. Go figure! And this one we're going to go ahead and return the Transcend Time Crystal. And yeah, no, Elko did not get a spiritual awakening.
I had to give Kryn the reboot, but I have the Transcend Time Crystal.
I thought you were in trouble there for a second, Elko.
Now let's take the crystal up to Hayton and see if his theory about using crystal power to open portals holds true.
And the game's not nice enough to just transport us back. We gotta walk back through the entire facility. Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Switch to Ayla here because the next fight we get into, we're gonna need to heal up everybody because, oh boy, are we low on health. And Ayla's just back inside of her fully clothed angel uniform. Go ahead and do this right here.
This one's just for you.
Alright, and that pretty much hits up the full, so let's go ahead and take care of these enemies. Lots of health for this one. Come on now. Come on now. Dang, Elko and Ayla's just knocking these guys around like ragdolls. Hard to believe those are not their strongest weapons. Like that is hard to believe. Come on. Come on. Come on. I've got places to be, people. I got places to be. But yeah, no, I mean, in that last one, we did not get any spiritual awakening for Elko. I guess because Buki used it up. I guess because Buki used it up, you know? Alright, some Omnium. Let's return to Hayton. So yeah. Let's see, what else is there to here? So yeah, Elko didn't get a spiritual awakening. He just fought a boss and he left. We also got the Nars, the Essence Nars scroll, which is basically the improved version of the Spirit Fang. So we're gonna put that on Buki's ultimate weapon to make it easier for her to get some stuff. Well, make it easier for her, make her survivability much better. That's a word, right? That's the phrase I want to use. Yeah, we're going to improve her survivability. And with that, it pretty much makes her dang near impossible to kill. Because what I usually do with the ultimate weapons is I put one health scroll on there and 2 spirit scrolls on there. Oh, here we go. Better say.
Crystal for experiment straight away, Elko. You should take some time now to recover from your exertions in the research center. I'm in no hurry. When you feel ready, come see me, and we can put my theory to the test.
Alright, so with that, he just kind of fades out there. So with that, we are now free to roam about the world, and what we're going to do is a bunch of side quests. Yeah, we got a couple of side quests to do, including getting Tal's ultimate weapon. So I'm going to be cutting around sporadically here. Alright, Tal, good buddy, it is time to get your ultimate weapon. You were the first to do this, but you're certainly not the first to get it. Offer totem. You know you want to. Come on. Alright, come on. 2 tones to offer. Man, that took a minute. You received an Orb of Power. Max power plus 10. Quest completed. The ultimate weapon of strength has been added to your inventory. So, let's go ahead and give the ultimate power. Well, not the ultimate power, the ultimate power weapon. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and give this Orb of Power to Tal. We need some healing. We need a skill. There's something or other. Here we go. There we go. That works. Let's see here. Let's, oh, we also got level ups too. Let's allocate some levels. Ooh, Ailish. Ailish got some levels. Let's get Ailish's health up a little bit because she is low. She is low on health. Let's try to get everybody up to 2,000 if we can. Elko, let's get his Toxic Cloud power. This basically gives him a poison attack. He is our black mage after all. Now, with Buki's weapon, we got 30 strength and 40 crit. With Tal's weapon, oh, so we can swap back and forth like that. The Runic Blade, that gives us 40 strength and 35 crit. So, they both kind of swap around in different ways. But let's go ahead and take a look at this weapon. Yeah, that's what's up. And it actually matches his the thing about it is both of the weapons match their final designs pretty well. But let's see what this Runic Blade is about. The Runic Blade, a weapon of truly awesome power with an extreme chance of causing critical damage. Also highly upgradable. Like that of its fabled owner, the bite of this beautiful lapis-colored blade is painful, sharp, and effective. Fabled owner. It doesn't mention who the fabled owner is, but if you pay close attention to the silhouette, I have to kind of fade it out there, to the silhouette of Karistan when we summon him to attack, the blade he's using looks an awful lot like the Runic Blade. Also, I want to make an addendum here. I said that the trader on the way up to Transcentia trades, but with the same frequency, or I guess the same what was the word I'm looking for here? But with the same prices as the specialist. No, that's not true. He trades close to their prices, not the exact same. So you still want to go to the main traders for their specialties if you want to grab those. At any rate, I want to cut back to Transcentia, and we'll see you then. Okay, so after attaining Tal's ultimate weapon, the Runic Blade, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to upgrade this thing. Not by saying goodbye, Tal. Just so you get an idea of how essentially these particular weapons break the game, considering what their abilities are. Now, I could increase the strength by 10, giving it 50, but that is obscene. Instead, what we're going to do is focus on survivability, because the number one thing you're going to have in terms of problems in Sudeki, I've gone over this 7 times before, is you're going to run out of SP in the middle of fights, because what's ultimately going to happen is you're going to get cocky, you're going to think yourself invincible, and then you're going to die. So you want to keep your survivability in mind. So far we've done pretty good, just because, you know, I'm showing you the tips and tricks I've learned to stay alive in the game over the years I have played it. The biggest problem with this particular setup is that it does make a lot of the mid-game a joke. As you saw in the research center, because legitimately speaking, the Transcentia Research Center should be the point in which, oh, I forgot one thing. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade, actually, wait, did I forget one thing? I may have. It's better to go ahead and just double check to make certain. Yeah, and this is Wizardwood Staff. Let's go ahead and get this properly upgraded next. Since it's pretty much going to be her default weapon for the time, that and her cauldron. I'm going to go to weaponsmith. And the reason why the Transcentia Research Center should be the point where you're having problems with the enemy encounters is because the Transcendine Research Center, the Kryn enemies, the robot enemies, they're immune to pretty much all status effects. So you can't really make good use of Elko's reversal ability. So you're pretty much reliant on the buffs that you get from what's the one look for here? From your party's basic skills. And if you're not used to that, it can be troublesome. It can be troublesome. I will not deny that. But for the time being, you want to, you know, just do what you can to make the game as easy as possible, because we're about to start Act 3, and Act 3, traditionally speaking, is where the game gets difficult. I remember my first time going through this game, and I was looking for the wolf totems, the ego totems, the cat totems, the dragon totems, and I could just never find them. And I for the longest time never understood why. And a lot of that boils down to the fact that I didn't understand the concept of a side quest in RPGs. Like right now I'm going off on this tangent right now because we are going back into the research center to get more omnium, yes, but also to get the final ego totem to get Ailish's ultimate weapon, and with that we'll have 3 of the 4 ultimate weapons in the game. But yeah, no, the thing about it is, like, I had no concept of what an ultimate weapon was, and as a result, I had to play the game essentially the hard way, with just the level ups that were provided to me from just doing the main quest, going back and forth, getting the random encounters, that stuff, and I would try to skip the random encounters. I'm not even gonna act like I didn't. So I had less experience going into the final boss than I did, and the final boss, gonna give you a preview here. He's a doozy. If you're not used to the mechanics and whatnot, and if you didn't learn a lot of the game mechanics, a lot of the skills, you didn't upgrade the weaponry like you were supposed to, you're going to have a bad time. And I never upgraded weaponry. I never did side quests. All I really did, let's see now, which way was it again? I think if you go down here, I think we gotta go this way. I think this is the way to the mines. If you don't do what you're supposed to, and I never did it. I honestly never did it. I was nope, I went the wrong way. I went the exact wrong way. The dean's office. If you didn't do what you're supposed to, you were going to have a bad time. Which reminds me We have a level up for Buki that I got off screen while I was going back to get Tal's weapon. Her power's up pretty high. Let's go ahead and push her above, you know? Yeah, let's go ahead and push her above the 2,000 health threshold. And then just to kind of round her out, I've been saving this for a special occasion. I think we have one more, right? We have one Orb of Sanctuary. Okay. Let's go ahead and give this to Buki to round her health out. And that's pretty much all the health you're going to need in the game. You can add more if you want to, yes, but I'm not going to. By the way, some of these, I don't mind going the wrong way because we do need to get a lot more omnium, as it were. So yeah, I don't mind going the wrong way a little bit because, you know, still gonna get omnium for that special quest, that collection quest. And yeah, I know the sound's cutting out, but yeah, it's just how it is right now. But yeah, no, I mean, like we're trying to get, what was I talking about again? Oh, right, yeah, the difficulties of the game. Yeah, no, if you do the game the way I'm doing it, if you're not having problems by the time you get to the research center, then you should be okay. You should be okay going into the third act, but the third act will be punishing. I'm just gonna give you that heads up right now. Because if I remember correctly, I believe we're at a point in the game now to where your spirit skills. Well, no, I take that back. I don't know what I'm talking about with that one. I'm going to say your spirit skills don't kill enemies in one shot anymore, but that's not true. Okay, let's go ahead and swap out to her cauldron. Where is it? Here we go. No, where are you? Little butter. Oh, he's dead. I guess because they killed all the enemies. Yeah. Like I said, when they kill the enemies, that controller just dies. So it makes it a lot easier to get through the game. Get through these encounters if you know what to shoot at. But yeah, no, I mean, we should be at a point. We should be at a point to where if you're having a mild amount of problems, you're good. If you're not having a mild amount of problems, if you're having a severe amount of problems, yeah, you probably should go back and start doing the side quests. Because luckily, unless I am completely mistaken, which I don't believe is the case, you can do every side quest in the game up till now. Like, I'm gonna give you this warning right now. Once we take the crystal back to Professor Hayton, let me check something real fast. Give me a second. Okay, I figured out why there was no sound effects. I had accidentally turned them down. Yeah, I was doing something off screen. I needed to cut off the sound effects, and I completely forgot to turn them back on. And it just hit me like, did I turn those back on? And it turns out, no, I did not. So yeah, no, the sound wasn't cutting out. It wasn't good. For once, my old Xbox wasn't being the pain in the butt. I just did a dumb. Okay, so we're not encountering any enemies right now, so I think we want to go back up like this. And come back down like this. But yeah, I want to turn this off because there are times where you just won't get any enemy encounters. And we need to come back down here in the mines to get Heart's Heart. If this doesn't work, I believe you actually do need to exit the room and come back. I'm gonna try doing it like this one more time. Just one more time to see how it goes. Wanna play nice for me, game? Okay, no, so yeah, I believe you need to exit the room and come back in to do this next little bit. Let me see here. Let me see here. Yeah, no, I take it back. I think if you just do this right here, you should be fine. I know it was a dumb thing, but when you're running on this kind of a random encounter system, it does help to know how to manipulate the focus. And by the way, after I show off this, I'm gonna cut to when I get a Heart's Heart, and then we're just gonna do a couple more cuts, and then we're gonna call the part after this. But it would appear that the game is not playing ball with me right now. How odd. Give me a sec. I'm gonna cut back to when I get the encounters going. And once I show the encounters, I'm gonna cut back to when I get Heart's Heart and the rest of the Omnium. Because after that, it's not much stuff to do. Never gonna call it apart. Okay, so I have to go back and forth a little bit to get this to work. But I did eventually manage to get the enemies to spawn here. Now the upside is we don't actually have that many more Omnium to get. I want to say we have like 5 or 6 left, because we got quite a few, and Tao got a level up. Okay, I am getting my butt kicked here.
You can't resist my healing kiss.
Not gonna lie, I forgot that these things can mess you up if you're not careful, and I kind of got a little too into it, as it were. As you see right there, that enemy just repaired itself. So yeah, keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Oh, apparently all these enemies can repair themselves, huh? I forgot about that. Oh, we got Heart Circuit. Nice. So something interesting to note about Heart Circuit. You can get it from anywhere in the research center. I said this is the place that you find it because this is the place I'm used to finding it in. And by used to, I mean it's the first time I did it. I'm gonna need you to die and stop healing. He should be dead pretty soon here. There we go. And with that, we can go complete Heart's quest. But what we're going to do now is we're going to pretty much finish mining Omnium. Because as you can see here, we have 16 Omnium. We need 5 more, so we're good to go on that. It's possible we can find it on the find all 5 on the way back to the exit, but I'm not taking any chances. Interesting how Heart Circuit looks like a locket in the shape of a heart. So yeah. Oh, also off screen, I got a level up for Tao. I think I got a level up for Ailish too. So what we're gonna do with Tao is we're going to push his health over to 2,000 mark. I think we got another one too. Nope, that's it. I believe there is a level cap here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, because I believe that one particular enemy we did get a new one here. Extractor Claw. Okay, well, let's go ahead and leave this one. It's melee, immune to all stats effects, slow yet powerful attacks, use ranged attacks, and skill strikes. So it doesn't recommend hitting it from behind like it does with the Aquatic Claw, but that does work as well. Suicide Droid, melee and explosion. Abilities to explode near humans. Yeah, it's not melee, it's just explosion. I have never seen this thing melee at all. Kill them quickly, use your shield to delay their explosion. Hunter Shooter. So the Hunter Shooter is basically the Warlock. Is ranged, uses melee attacks, and unlike the Warlock Arcanite, when it does its charge move, it doesn't weaken slash curse you. It just does a lot of damage, like dang near one-shot kill damage. That the Z3000 is ranged. Well, it says it's ranged, but it does a lot of melee attacks too. Immune to all types of attacks, able to stun and barrage opponents, use melee attacks and skill strikes to destroy the controller. And then there's Kryn. Avoid his laser eye. Gave you that tip as well. Use ranged attacks and magic attacks, which lets me know that at one point, because if you read a lot of the descriptions here, they read a lot of descriptions of the enemies, it lets you know at one point a lot of them. Sorry, what did I say now? Now return the heart circuit to heart, the robot girl. Which if you look into a lot of the enemy descriptions, I interpret that as the at one point in development, I think maybe you were meant to fight Kryn with Ailish and Elko. That almost killed me, not gonna lie. But I think as they, went about refining their game, they said, well, let's make this an Elko only quest. That seems more appropriate. And they did. So funny thing about Heart Circuit, right? Heart makes the comment that she gave her circuit in a fit of irrational emotion to a robot in the research center. So whatever robot drops the circuit, that's who Heart gave her heart to. But it's random which robot drops it. On my first time doing this, I thought, okay, we're probably going to drop one of the Arcanite ones. That's a humanoid. No, Heart Circuit got dropped by one of the Extractor Claws, which means that Heart was into some freaky deaky nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, she liked it rough. That's all I got from that. And as you see here, we got it from the Z3000, so she has some standards. But still, it's like the randomness of some of these drops, a couple of the dialogue for some of these enemies just makes you go, wow. Just wow. Alright. This towel showing off again. We didn't get any Omnium drops on that one. Because we just need 5 more Omnium. And we pretty much have everything we need. Here we go. And the thing about Omnium, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. Omnium is one of the rarest drops in the game because it's one of the best values. And one of the best value drops in the game. And every enemy has the potential to drop it. It's just that this is the one area where it drops more frequently than others. So you want to, get some money, just come here, farm Omnium, and then you're done. You're pretty much good for a while. Yes, they're invincible. Why to do that? I hate that too. There we go. But yeah, no, Omnium has a chance to be dropped by every enemy in the game. Has a chance to be dropped from every box, every breakable box, barrel, and object in the game, but it's a low chance. You come here, and the chance is significantly increased. Another thing, the gold bar we have. It made mention in the item description that if you sell it to traders, they'll give you a lot of money for it. Do not sell the camo. Do not sell the camo. That's how you. That camo is how you like this bar. If I have been running this point home for the entire playthrough, do not sell yourself the camo. It just is not worth it. And if you didn't believe me beforehand, this will run the point home. We got one more Omnium. Camo. If you sell the gold bar to him, I noticed because I used to do this on my older playthroughs when I would do the Iron Man quest. That was the only side quest I ever did, actually. The Hunter Killbot quest. The gold bar, depending on what trader you sell it to, is worth at minimum, I think, 4,000 florins. The trader outside the Transcentia airport will give you 4,500 for it. The scale trader, he'll give you 4,000 for it. Camo gives you 2. Camo gives you 2,000 for that. A solid gold bar. So he knows it's worth a lot, and he knows it'll make him rich, but he's not going to pay you what it's worth. The only things you want to get from camo are the weapons, because early game, if you have the money for it, they're actually worth a lot of money. They're actually really, really good. They're really, really good. Mid to late game, they kind of drop off. You can still make them viable via the upgrade system, but once again, if you've been doing what I've been doing, you should be on your way to having 3/4 of the ultimate weapons of the game. So there's just no point in doing it. You feel me? But yeah, no, if you ever need money, you know, I know it's more convenient to go by Camos because he has a shop in every town, and he's somehow at every single shop all at once, at least for you, at least for the player characters anyway. How he does it in canon lore, I have no idea. But maybe he's got like a bell on his neck or something, I don't know. But you don't. It's actually more worth your time and effort to go out of your way to find the traders to buy and sell from them than it is to go to the convenience store that is Camos in every town or major settlement and get that makes 3 more now. But yeah, then to go to Camos place to get Omnium. They won't get Omnium to get anything. And don't sell to him either. Oh, I said that 1,000 times. I'm sorry. And yeah, it's like with Omnium, I think Omnium goes for like 700 florins. It's a pretty good amount of florins if you have a substantial amount of them. He'll give you like 300 for it. So yeah, if you take anything away from this quest, away from this playthrough, it's never sell to Camo. Never buy from Camo. Run that duck out of business. Yeah, we need 2 more. Okay, and Ailish got to level up. So let's see, what can we do for Ailish? Yeah, let's go ahead and push her to the 2,000 points. And then we're probably going to go ahead and up her power, up her skillness, because her skills, the skill department for a lot of these characters, except for Tal, honestly enough, kind of lagging behind. You think it'd be the reverse for like Elko and Ailish. Yeah, they have a lot of skill points. We've been giving them, the orbs we collect from the shrines and the character-specific interactions, but still. So yeah, we need just 2 more. Depending on how long this takes, I'm probably going to cut. Which I don't think it should take too much longer. Then after this, we just gotta drop off the Omnium, drop off Heart's Heart, and go pick up Ailish's ultimate weapon. That's like a win-win to me. There we go. Yeah, see, it doesn't mention the dude that hit that thing from behind, but you know, it's an aquatic law, and I'm fairly certain that it's not like they redid the animation work. It's just a reskinned aquatic law, you know. And I know it's common in the gaming industry. If you have like multiple enemies that fit the same essential role, you might as well just go ahead and recycle the skeleton and then just repaint it. I know Monster Hunter, I got to that recently thanks to 2 friends of mine. You know who you are. If you 2 are watching this video, you know who you are. And I noticed that a lot of the monsters in Monster Hunter are just the same skeleton. Got a level of Elko there. The same skeleton with a different texture painted over it, but they use it pretty well. Okay, let's go ahead and get Elko up. So I guess so Elko's next level up will be a health boost. Okay, which will put him just slightly over Buki, and that should pretty much do it for our health. We don't really need to do any more health upgrades. I remember when I first did this game, I pretty much focused exclusively on my HP and SP. And by the end of the game, I had a ridiculous amount of SP to use a lot of skills for. And it had like 4,000 to 5,000 HP. But you really don't need it. If you do the game the way I'm doing it, honestly, 1,500 should be more than enough for you. As long as you can't do it. So I guess from here on out, it's pretty much will be just power, essence, and skill points afterwards. At least until we hit the level cap. I think the level cap is like 25. Yeah, this is one of those rare games that does not go to 99 level, not to level 99. So you can't just overpower your characters. You actually have to okay, he's prepared himself just before we could do the final blow. Okay. Yeah, that repair skill is probably the main reason why you want to go for a controller before you go for the enemies. And yeah, there we go. I think that's the last bit of Omnium we need. Okay. Okay. There we go. And I think we have an extra piece just to sell off. And with that, we're out of here. I'm going to go ahead and cut to giving up the Omnium, and then we're going to cut to getting Ailish's getting Ailish's ultimate weapon. Cutting! Alright, our first stop on our cleanup is Miss Lupa.
You collected a sample? It's even still warm. You did a marvelous job. But let's not just stop there. Keep them coming.
Alright, hand it over. Omnium. Received a Stardust Vial. Let's see, now how many Stardust Vials do we actually have? So I think we're actually close to the max on those. I'm going to sort real fast. Yeah, well, I think we're on the max of those. I think we only have 5 of those.
You did real good. Listen, it's not exactly pennies from heaven, but you deserve a little something.
No, at least he's being generous. Hand it over 5 Omnium chunks. Received a moon dust vial. I think you're starting to see where this pattern is going. She gives you restorative items based on the astrology. So we have the stardust and moon dust. So and these are some of the best party healing items in the game. So this is worth your time to do.
You did real good. Listen, it's not exactly pennies from heaven, but you deserve...
Okay, well, and over 5 more Omnium chunks, so that brings it to 11. Get a Star Flare vial. Now that's really good. I think this is the last one.
You did real good.
So yeah, and over 10 Omnium chunks. Receive the Steam Train Power Plant key. Quest completed.
Good night, beautiful. Keep reaching for the stars.
Oh, that's nice. So let's go ahead and check out the moon flare. I don't think we actually got the moon got a moon flare, a moon dust vial yet. Here we go. Oh no, we do have one. This is the vial filled with enchanted moon dust. It heals 1,000 HP to all player characters. The Star Flare vial, I believe, heals 2,000 to all PCs. So, basically, this is why I say you really don't need to go above 2,000 HP, because the highest healing effect you can get in the game that isn't an all heal is 2,000 HP. I don't believe there is one that goes to 3,000. We also got the power plant key, which, if you remember earlier, I climbed up this Buki exclusive this Buki skill, this Buki ability wall to get up here and find out this door was locked. But if you open it now, there's the elevator power plant, and in here is a chest. What's in the chest? An eagle totem. See, there we go. Wait. Let me check something real fast. Well, we've offered 3 ego totems, so we only have 1 left to give. So we have this ego totem, but we'll get to that in a second, because we'll get to that in a second, because we have to now stop by Heart and give her her heart. And when we do that, then I'll explain why it is I'm a little bit on the confuzzled side right now. And I believe she is
Greetings.
on the... I want to say she's on the 3rd floor. Once again, I always tend to forget. I always tend to forget this. Because I don't believe she's on the 2nd floor. I believe she's on the 3rd floor. Nope, she's on the 2nd floor. Okay. Okay. Let's go to see, that's the thing. They say the weapons, but they don't say the rusty cog, because you do need to go down to the rusty cog. Okay, the rusty cog is a place on the map, and they list the observatory, but you don't have to go to the observatory. You just have like that's a completely optional area. But no, they don't list the rusty cog. Okay, so let's go talk to Heart here.
You have brought my heart back to me. Wow. These are such powerful emotions that I am emulating. I don't know what to say. Take this as a reward.
Okay, acquired a dragon totem. Okay, see, I got a little bit confused there because I remember when I first did this. Actually, we're gonna cut for a second, and then I'll get back to that when I get to that. All right, and we're back. So the reason why that reward confused me a little bit is that when I first, did it again, I had beaten the game like 4 to 5 times by the point when I did this on one of my playthroughs. I looked up the side quests because I was like, where are the extra the extra ego tokens? So where are the extra totems that I can offer to get, the ultimate weapons? And it's like, oh, you had to do side quests. Like, side quests? And sure enough, yeah, I had to do side quests. And one of the wikis labeled one of the rewards for handing in Heart's Heart and Orb of Wisdom, so that's going to go to Elko. And we got the ultimate weapon of strength for Elko. Huh, well, I hadn't planned on doing this now, but okay. The plasma launcher. Now let's go ahead and look at this. The plasma launcher. This high-powered rapid-firing weapon is also highly upgradable. The ultimate killing machine. The plasma launcher is wonder of modern plasma technology, which is one of the keenest areas of experimentation for the faculty at Transcendent University. The launcher is the pinnacle of their research. So this is pretty much Elko's best weapon. It's not as upgradable as the other ultimate weapons, which you're going to see in a second here. Also got a level up for Buki. So let's get her. Let's up her power by 1. Let's go ahead and up her power one more time. Then after that, I believe we'll go ahead and just get her skill points up. But yeah, no, I mean, it's odd because Elko's ultimate weapon I believe it's the only ultimate weapon that doesn't have 3 circles rune slots. Go ahead and let's go ahead and take a quick test drive. Has a very interesting sound to it, high rate of fire. This. Come on. There's some shadow stone here. And we're going to upgrade this, of course, but yeah, it's very strange that this is the only weapon. And watch, I'm gonna get Aelus's ultimate weapon is gonna be the same thing, but if my memory serves correct, yeah, Elko's ultimate weapon is the only ultimate weapon that does not if my memory serves correct, it does not have 3 circle runes. Every other ultimate weapon does. So you can't upgrade Elko's weapon as much as you can other ultimate weapons of the game. You have to use, basic stuff. And while we're here, I want to show it. While we're here, I want to show this off. I will be stopping by the other traders just to show this off, as well as stopping by Kamos to show this off. But so we have Omnium here. It's worth 245 to this man. And this is 45. This is 4,500. I believe Lechko gives you the most for the gold bar. Don't quote me on that one. Well, actually, you can't quote me on that one because we're about to find out. But yeah, no, I mean it's interesting that oh wait, I forgot. We have an Orb of Essence, I believe, I need to give to Elko, I believe. Right? Yeah, it was an Orb of Essence. I completely forgot. Orb of Wisdom. That's an Orb of Essence. Elko. Okay. So that increases a lot of skill damage. But yeah, no, I remember I looked at the wiki, and the wiki said well, look up a walkthrough, and the walkthrough had said, not a walkthrough, a guide. Man, I cannot get that right. I looked up a guide, and the guide had said, you give her heart back, she gives you an eagle totem. And so if that guy's still around, it needs to be updated. And I could have sworn we got Elko's final dragon totem in a completely separate area. But no, we got his final dragon totem now. So at this point in the game, we're about to get every single ultimate weapon in the game. Here, come on. Which should pretty much make the rest of this game a cakewalk. For the most part. Unless that happens. But never fear, we have Elko and his Tesla shield.
Shocking stuff, huh?
So now our ultimate weapons are even more deadly. So yeah, those warlocks really did it up. See, look at that, one hit and we pretty much almost one-shot that thing. Also, there's nothing funnier than opening up a fight, having one of the warlocks happen, and then you have Aelus's Wizardwood Staff and Elko's Ion Fluxionator go off at the start and just watch them annihilate low-level enemies. Like they each fire one-shot the same enemy, he just explodes, and gore, stone, metal, whatever it is, it just explodes in it. We are at a point now to where we have all the ultimate weapons in the game. Pretty much nothing in Haskilia, nothing in Illumina is going to challenge us now, because, well, at least it shouldn't anyway. We still have more enemies to go, but right now, like these enemies right here, like seriously, I'm probably gonna one-shot this thing. It's not even a challenge anymore. Because you'll probably get to this point in the game and remember when those scarecrows and those gnats gave you a little bit of a hard time coming back from New Brightwater and whatnot with Ailish, and it was just Ailish and Tal. But with your entire party with you, and upgraded, maxed out, that kind of stuff, there really is no need to worry about it, period. So now let's go ahead and go to Ailish, who is lagging behind, and have her turn in her last Eagle totem. You have one totem to offer. Quest completed. The ultimate weapon of strength has been added to your inventory. What does it look like? The Night Shadow. Oh wait, never mind. So apparently it's just the ranged weapons. Huh. See, I knew I was going to be proven wrong on this, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be proven that wrong. The Night Shadow, a very rapid weapon that deals a large amount of damage. A very powerful weapon. Redundant phrase is redundant. This staff is also known as the Life Stealer because it was once thought to suck the soul from its victims, gathering their essence to its core to enhance its malevolent magic. So, basically, let's see, I look at, so Elko and Ailish's ultimate weapons have the exact same stats. High rate of fire, 10 crit, 48 strength, but Tal and Buki's are kind of swapped. Tal has 40 strength and 35 crit, but Buki's has 30 strength and 40 crit. So she loses 10 strength compared to Tal, but she gains 5 crit. 5% chance to crit. So yeah, it turns out I was wrong with both accounts. Apparently, both the ultimate ranged weapons do not get three circle runes for upgrades. It gets 2, which still isn't bad, but for ultimate weapons, they should have just gone all out. But hey, what do I know? Now, if we go here to Jurgen.
Have you?
And I want to show what he gives you for the golden bar. I'm also going to go ahead and trade some of my furs here while I'm thinking about it. Because we have enough to, you know, what's the word looking for here? Right, to upgrade. So he gives us 215 for Omnium. But he gives us 4,000 for the huge gold bar. Now we're going to go into Brightwater because I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all of the remaining weapons, which is pretty much just Ailish and Elkos. So that way they're good to go where they need to be. I'm probably going to give both the weapons a strength increase, because they're going to be doing rapid fire attacks with these weapons. Because spoiler alert, I'm not swapping off these weapons. I'm just not, you know. And we haven't even gotten all of their weapons yet. That's the off the wall thing. There's still a couple weapons left to get for all the main characters, including Elko's coolest weapon in the game and his equivalent to Ailish's Cauldron Staff.
All right.
Let's see. Go here. Night Shadow. So we're going to go ahead and give her the Vampire Fang, Essence Gnaw, and I'm thinking we'll give her the Razor Edged, just to give her a nice rounded 50 strength. And it's going to be the same way with Elko's plasma launcher. Let's see here. Now we're going to give them a Razor Edge, and there we go. So yeah. Now I want to show this off because I want to show just how cheap Camo can be. He does not give you anywhere near the worth of this gold bar.
Welcome, take care.
So if you're going to sell items, as you can see, like a lot of this reduced. Like he wants to give us 175 for Omnium, and okay, so it's not 2,000. We only gives you 3,000 for gold, and I'm like, dude, no. So yeah, you can do one. You can do one. You know, we're not dealing with you no more. And as a final aside, I wanna show, if my words will get out properly, I want to show off what Mandrick will give for the huge gold bar. Just to be thorough, and I honestly completely forget how much he gives you for the gold bar. So we're gonna cut to when we're there. I'm gonna sell up all of my gems and stuff to him, and then we're gonna cut back to Transcentia and call it a part. Because this little backtracking, well, this little side questing session has gone longer than I expected. Just a little bit. But first things first, will Tal and Ayla stay the line? Doesn't look like it. Also, I want to draw a little bit of a little attention to something here. It's a small bit of something, but if you notice, when you're leading your 4-squad formation, the person at the back of the diamond doesn't know how to stay there, and they'll often end up swapping with either the person on the left or right just randomly during your travel. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Oh joy, Arcanites. Now this also is one of the downsides I feel to the ultimate weapons for Ailish and Elko. Whereas Tal and Buki's are, I get it, they're functionally the exact same character. You just get, both characters, all four of the characters are functionally the exact same character, but at least with Elko and Ailish, they went through the trouble of at least modeling different attack effects for their weapons. But up until the ultimate weapons, they've been different. Even Elko's equivalent of Ailish's culture weapon is a completely different beast in of itself. They're iron fluctionators for all intents and purposes, while the exact same functionally same sound effect and everything. They at least have a different color. Their basic rapid fire weapon looks completely different, and their shotgun weapons at least have different animations for it. But their ultimate weapons are pretty much the exact same projectile. So it's like, what the heck? Let's go ahead and use Elk a little bit, because I need to get his SP up a little bit. And I don't feel like using SB moves. I'm getting a pretty decent amount of SP from this, so yeah. Oh, you still got it off. Go on. Skill cell from that. He's blocking. Steal the just one more. Ah, a warlock. Teleported right in front of me. And a shadow stone. Now, remember correctly, I believe we gotta go left here. Oh, sorry, I was going to cut. And cutting! So yeah, with Mandrick, I believe, so he gives you 4,000. Okay, so basically, and he gives you a pretty decent price on Omnium. Because it is, for all intents and purposes, a gem or a stone, that kind of stuff. So go ahead and sell off, you see, he gives us 215. And came on to give us 90 for it. Yeah, you figure out the better deal on that one. So yeah, it looks like the Lechko, I believe his name was, right outside Transcentia, he gives you the best price for the gold bar. But since we don't need to sell it right now, I'm going to hold on to it as my little prize for beating the Hunter Kill bot. Other than that, yeah, we're going to cut back to Transcentia and probably call it a part there. Actually, on the way back, let's go. Actually, on the way back, I want to bring up one last thing. So yeah, at this point in the game, we now have all the ultimate weapons. I kind of hinted at it earlier, but I'm sure a lot of you are probably thinking, well, if you got the ultimate weapons, and, they're the strongest weapons in the game, why should we think for any second that you're going to be in danger? Especially considering that the weapons, you outfitted them to where you regenerate health on every hit, and skill points on every hit. Good point. My response to you is this. You have seen throughout the game that that Sudeki is more than willing to rip characters away from your control. Put you down to one or two characters at a time. There are still enemies and formations that can negate the power of your weapons. The Arcanite Warlords. There are enemies that can one-shot you or, inflict all kinds of static effects on you. The Scribes. They're the weird lords but still hit like a truck. And those are going to be our standard enemies going forward. These ultimate weapons, yes, they are strong. Yes, I outfitted them to pretty much increase my survivability. No, they do not mean that I am never going to die again. I remember I did this exact same thing on my playthrough when I first, collected all the what's the word for here? Collected all the ultimate weapons, and I still died a couple of times because we're coming to a point in the game where the enemies are going to be coming hard and fast, and you're pretty much going to. Whereas to here, you have moments where you're going to you're going to have moments where you don't encounter any enemies in arena areas. We're coming to a point where that's just not going to be possible. It's just not. So stay on your toes with that. Don't think for a second you're safe. So use gold bar, yeah, 4,500. There you go. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to cut back. We're going to cut back to Transcentia and call it a part. But yeah, no. So we're back here in Transcentia after having gotten pretty much everything we can here. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of side quests left to get. All of our characters are outfitted for the third act.
Greetings, I am your...
Got, Buki and Ailish have both of their skill strikes, and yeah, we're pretty much in the clear. Ultimate weapons in hand. It's just Elko who is lagging behind in the extra power scenario. And my whole thing with Elko is like, even if you don't believe in Magic Man, Buki was in the facility with you wearing essentially tiger skin, and she comes back wearing steel fish scale. The last time you saw Ailish, she had pretty much the same outfit on, just minus the wings and all the purple. You don't think at some point you would question that? Well, either way, down here is where we're going to have to go to finish out the second act and begin Act 3. And we will do that next time. I've been Anansi, and I'll catch you later.